Harp. And there's 2 outs in the inning. So 2 quick outs for Ballou. Brings up the number 3 hitter for Cincinnati, A.J. Bumpus. Bumpus, a junior, off to a 143 start this year. 2 hits in 14 at-bats. First offering from Ballou missed outside. Bumpus had a hit and scored a run in the first game of the day. Off-speed pitch there from Ballou. In for a strike, evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Big swing and a miss there on the 1-1 offering. Ballou ahead in the count, 1-2, chance to get out of a clean first inning. Curveball missed down low. So the count's even up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Offering on the way from Ballou. Swing and a miss. Ballou with the strikeout. And the Bearcats go 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first inning. The Bearcats will be coming up in the bottom half. It'll be Sims, McKnight, and Frege as we get one more look at the swing and the miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Ballou. And that'll give us...
This is the original light beer. Brewed to be everything you want in a beer, and less. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Dude, what's up with your sandwich?
Oh, this is HEB Bear Bread. You know, the network, they heard bear and assumed that it meant naked.
So what does bear bread mean?
It just means it doesn't have crust, which makes it great for all kinds of sandwiches, like the BLT or turkey, tuna salad, any of them.
They all do look good.
Yeah, it's totally SFWL. Safe for work lunches.
Makes sense. I get it.
HEB Bear Bread, part of HEB's Primo Picks All-Star lineup.
You got a little something.
This is the original light beer. And 40 years later, we still brew it the same way. Because when you get something right, you don't mess with it. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Go to the bottom of the first inning, and we'll get a chance here to take a look at the lineup the Bearcats are going to send up to the plate as they face off against Orndorff. Bearcats will lead things off with Darian Sims, followed by Riley McKnight and Andrew Frege. Hunter Hearn hits in the 4-hole for the Bearcats, followed by Clayton Harp and Chase Cryer. Blake Chisholm hits 7th. Cross Austin will be the designated hitter today, hitting 8th. And catching for the Bearcats will be Gavin Johnson. So Darian Sims will step in the box. So Darian Sims shows bunt there and fouls it off. You see him there, Sims out of spring. Junior on this Bearcat squad. First year with the program as that's fouled off in the foul territory, and underneath it is McVeigh to make the grab. So with one down, Riley McKnight will be the hitter. First offering from McKnight's a fastball in for a strike. McKnight on the year, a 143 hitter, 1 hit in 7 at-bats. Looking to get things going. Shows bunt, lays one down. He's going to force Orndorff to field. It's going to be a tough play down at first. And McKnight beats it out, but he's called out. Wow. Boy, that looked like a pretty clear-cut play at first that McKnight had beat out. But he was rung up over there by first base umpire Carnathy Edwards. We'll get a pretty good look at it here. And yeah, McKnight beat that by half a step. That's a tough break for the Bearcats because that really was not even close over there at first base. So with 2 down, Andrew Frigier will stand in. Frigier swinging here on 1-0, sends a fly ball into center field. Ramey over, underneath, makes the grab, and that does it for the Bearcats here in the bottom half of the first inning. They go 1, 2, 3 in the order as well, so we've played 1, and we are scoreless. And we will keep it right here and kind of run through a few things, do some housekeeping for you, run down some lineups. So we'll get a chance to get your visual look there of the Bearcat starting lineup. You see Darian Sims, one of the newcomers on this squad, followed by Riley McKnight, Andrew Frigier, a guy who's been part of this program for a couple of years now, as well as Hunter Hearn and Clayton Harp. Chase Cryer, another newcomer to this club, we'll talk more about later on. And then Blake Chisholm was part of this team last year that went to the Super Regionals. And then another new look in Gavin Johnson at the catcher's spot. Jordan Cannon's going to be the regular catcher this year. Johnson filling in as part of this doubleheader. Here's how the Bearcats line up behind Seth Ballou. Darian Sims out in left, Hunter Hearn in center, Clayton Harp in right, around the infield, Chase Cryer at third. Andrew Frigier over at shortstop, played much of the year last year at third. Riley McKnight second, Blake Chisholm first, and Gavin Johnson catching for Ballou. So Connor McVeigh will lead it off. First pitch swinging here for McVeigh, foul ball. Over towards the dugout, giving it a look was Chisholm, but it sailed over the top of the dugout. McVeigh 167 average on the year as that one is in for a strike, and he's down in the count 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts already on the night for Ballou. That'll bring Mercer to the plate. Jace Mercer, 125 average for the sophomore out of Johns Creek, Georgia. First pitch swinging. A ball off the fist. Out to short. Frigier there for it. There's 2 quick outs here in the inning. So with 2 down, Cole Murphy will be the hitter. Murphy hitting .286 on the year. 4 hits in 14 at-bats. Does have a home run this season. First pitch misses. .1-0 fastball misses up and in. Murphy kind of had to duck out of the way of that one. Heading the count 2-0. Pitch misses down low, and the count goes to 3-0 to Murphy. If he can reach Eric Santiago, the designated hitter, waits on deck. Fastball in for a strike. Blue looking to get something over. Murphy taking all the way. Well, breaking pitch there from Baloo. Count's now full. It's gone from 3-0 to 3-2. Pitch on the way, slashed into the Bearkat dugout. Look out, hot shot over there. We'll look into the dugout, make sure everybody's okay. Another 3-2 offering from Baloo. Breaking ball missed outside. Boy, half the Bearkat infield was on their way to the dugout. Riley McKnight had probably jogged about 5 steps. Andrew Frigier was on his way as well. Unfortunately, it's ball 4 for Baloo and a runner aboard for the Bearkats of Cincinnati. First pitch from Baloo missed outside to Eric Santiago, sophomore. Hitting .125 on the year, 1 hit, 8 at-bats. Big swing and a miss there from Santiago. Santiago playing for the 4th time this year in game number 5. So 0 for 2 in game 1 of our doubleheader. Swing and a miss there. So Baloo ahead in the count, 1-2. We'll swing and dribbler off the end of the bat for Santiago. One-two pitch, another foul ball. Runner aboard for the Bearkats. 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Did he go? Check swing. They're going to say he did not offer at it, but the throw down to first is there. Get another look at it. He did go, but the ball popped up. And Johnson able to make the grab, and we'll go to the bottom of the 2nd, scoreless here on ESPN3.
We believe the best light beer to have with friends is the original light beer. Always brewed with more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. Miller Lite. Hold true.
At HEB, we are all about Texas beef because we're dedicated to supporting local Texas ranchers, like Dr. Charles Graham, from Gonzales, Texas.
I've always loved working ranch animals, so I became a veterinarian to ensure my cattle got the best care 24/7. They need lots of TLC, and I'll make sure to get it.
Ranchers like Dr. Graham are why HEB buys more Texas beef than anyone else. This is the best Texas beef department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
We believe the best light beer to have with friends is the original light beer. Always brewed with more taste, less calories, and half the carbs. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Success does not come easy. Winning championships takes hard work on the field of play and in the classroom. Play your part in building champions and become a Bearkat champion today.
Back here at Don Sanders Stadium, Hunter Hearn will stride to the plate as you see David Orndorff, the senior out of Pasadena, California, played at Pasadena Polytechnic. 6'4", 208 pounds, making his first start of the season. First pitch to Hunter Hearn is a curveball in for a strike. Hearn had a big game in the first game of this doubleheader. Couple of hits, couple of runs driven in. He blasted his second home run of the season. Hunter Hearn batting in that 4-hole spot for the Bearcats. Ranked number 20 by perfect game. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch is called a ball. That's one thing you'll see with this Bearcat team. It doesn't matter where your power numbers are. Anybody in this lineup will bunt. Always looking for an advantage. 2-1 offering is in for a strike, and it evens the count 2-2. Hearn swings and just got a piece of that 2-2 offering from Orndorff. Orndorff, over his 4-year career, has worked 182 innings coming into this ball game. 96 strikeouts. Hearn goes the other way with a fly ball to right. Bumpus, a couple steps back there to make the grab. Going to bring Clayton Harp to the plate for the Bearcats. Harp, a 182 average on the year, 2 hits in 11 at-bats. First pitch to Harp is in for a strike. Chopper foul over towards the Cincinnati dugout. Clayton Harp, a junior, 6'5", 190 pounds, out of El Campo. That offering misses down and in. They're going to say he did not offer at it. Orndorff last year for Cincinnati, versatile pitcher, made 8 starts, also had 7 saves on the year. 1-2 pitch missed down low. He finished the 2017 season with a 3.41 ERA in 63 1/3 innings of work. Allowed 66 hits over that stretch and struck out 40. 2-2 pitch misses down low. Clayton Harp doing a good job of working the count for the Bearcats here. Orndorff finished last season with a 5-4 record. That is chop foul. A little bit of a battle going on here between Orndorff and Clayton Harp. That ball is chopped over to the first base side, and they're going to say it was fair. And now this is getting a bit of a discussion from Zach Smith, the first base coach for the Bearcats. This is now the second decision that Smith has not agreed with over at first base. And now Matt Deggs making his way out of the dugout. We'll get another look at it and see if we can see anything from this angle. It's going to be kind of tough. I mean, you can see that the glove is clearly in foul territory where it's fielded there. In fact, his feet are on the line, but it's not where he fields it when he's behind the bag. It's obviously where it crossed over the bag. Matt Deggs, from where he sits in the Bearcat dugout, would have probably had a pretty good read on it, and I think that's the discussion he's having. Obviously, you can't really tell a lot from where the feet are, but if you look at the replay again and see where the ball was fielded and kind of the position of Murphy over there at first, he's got his feet in foul territory and leaning across into foul territory to make that grab. It's not the best look down the line from there, but typically when that ball is fielded a couple feet in foul territory, there's very little chance that it actually crossed over the first base side in fair territory. So 2 outs on the Bearcats here, and that brings Chase Cryer to the plate. Cryer with a swing and a miss, evens the count up 1-1. Cryer, a junior, he's out of Belton. Came to the Bearcats from Temple College. Swings at this 1-1 offering and sends it into the Bearcat dugout. It's Cryer down in the count 1-2. So 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses down and away. I think Orndorff thought he had strike 3. He was walking towards the dugout. Borderline call doesn't go his way, and the count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch coming off the end of the bat and foul. Cryer staying alive. Another 2-2 pitch coming, fouled straight back. Cryer continuing to fight up there. Cryer this year has had 10 at-bats for the Bearcats. He's got 3 hits and 3 runs driven in. Gets underneath this one, pops it up back behind second. Who wants it? It'll be the shortstop Rodriguez taking it. And that'll do it for the Bearcats. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for Orndorff. We've played 2 and we're scoreless here on ESPN 3.
Success does not come easy. Winning championships takes hard work on the field of play and in the classroom. Play your part in building champions and become a Bearcat champion today.
I know my life is going to be in a better place after I graduate because of the donors who give me their endowment each year.
The Bearcat Champions Fund, building champions.
We go to the third. You see what's coming up for Cincinnati. One more game tomorrow. We don't know the time on that yet. Right now scheduled for noon, but it's in flux with the weather. Then they head out to a 4-game set with Tennessee Martin, doubleheader on Saturday. So the road trip continues for Cincinnati. Started out in San Diego last week, 3 here this weekend, and then 4 on the road at Tennessee Martin. for the Bearcats, who are 2-2 on the season. They went out to California last weekend to start the season off. Knocked off Cal in the opener. And then a doubleheader against San Diego. The two teams split. So they came into this weekend 2-1 on the year. Bearcats took game one of this series. Bearcats opened up the year winning 2 of 3 against Kent State last weekend. Ballou back out to work for the Bearcats. First pitch missed outside. One 0 pitch is fouled off. Jordan Ramey standing in. It'll be 8-9-1 in the order for the Bearcats. Jordan Ramey, a 5'6" sophomore out of Cincinnati, Moeller High School. Hot shot foul. Sends the photographer scattering over there. Scats 1 and 2 on Ramey. Pitch on the way, misses outside. Evens the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Ballou. That's now 5 strikeouts for Ballou here in the third inning. That brings Mason Deanna to the plate. First pitch to Deanna, in for a strike. One offering from Ballou, in for a strike. He's out in front. 0-2. 0-2 pitch, curveball, couldn't get him to chase. Ballou taking a long look in. Now he steps off. Just didn't see something he liked. So Ballou will regroup himself, get ready for this 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Ballou. He has already got 6 strikeouts in this game. He had 7 in 6 innings last weekend against Kent. This will take us back around to the top of the order. Kyle Motai stands in. A 1 pitch, in for a strike. Ballou ahead in the count, 0-2. Offering on the way. Chopped out to second. McKnight there. Throws across. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Seth Ballou. And the Bearcat hurler is cruising through 3. We'll go to the bottom half. Still scoreless here on ESPN3.
This is the original light beer. Brewed to be everything you want in a beer and less. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Dude, what's up with your sandwich?
Oh, this is HEB Bear Bread. You know, the network, they heard bear and assumed that it meant naked.
So what does bear bread mean?
It just means it doesn't have crust, which makes it great for all kinds of sandwiches like the BLT or turkey, tuna salad, any of them.
They all do look good.
Yeah, it's totally SFWL. Safe for work lunches.
Makes sense. I get it.
HEB Bear Bread, part of HEB's Primo Picks All-Star lineup.
You got a little something.
This is the original light beer. And 40 years later, we still brew it the same way. Because when you get something right, you don't mess with it. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Back here at Don Sanders Stadium, we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And we'll see the upcoming schedule for the Bearcats. Of course, game tomorrow against Cincinnati at noon. And then Wright State comes to town. Tuesday, Wednesday series. Tuesday's game we'll have for you on ESPN3. And then the Cats head down to Minute Maid for the College Classic. 3 SEC opponents on the schedule. You see there Vanderbilt on Friday, Kentucky on Saturday, and then they'll round that tournament off down at Minute Maid with Mississippi State in the Sunday game. So some big ones coming up for the Bearcats, who are ranked 20th in the country. Super regional appearance last season, trying to build off of that this year. So Blake Chisholm will stand in for the Bearcats. First pitch swinging, ground ball to short. Rodriguez there for the Bearcats, fires across. Foot looked like it's off the bag, and it was. Murphy drug his foot off the bag, and Chisholm will be safe at first. So a break for the Bearcats. It didn't really look like the throw from Rodriguez was that bad. We'll get another look at it here. It will be an error on Cincinnati as the first pitch to Cross Austin is in for a strike. Austin had stepped out of the box, and home plate umpire Jason Blackburn told him to step right back in. So throw over, and Chisholm goes diving back to the bag. Oh, one offering to Austin. Bouncer out to short. Little chance to make up for the error. Throw across, and it's a double play. So Chisholm's wiped off the base paths, so no harm done on the error, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Get another look at the error. Rodriguez had it, soft toss over. Yeah, and the throw pulled Murphy off the bag, and that's why the error went to Rodriguez there. That brings Gavin Johnson to the plate. Johnson with 1 at-bat this year. Sends a ground ball, another one out to Rodriguez at short, comes across. Everything went his way this inning. And an error on the board, but nothing doing for the Bearcats, and we have played 3 innings of baseball, still looking for our first run. It's Cincinnati nothing, Sam Houston nothing here on ESPN3. Back here at Don Sanders Stadium, we go to the fourth inning. Seth Ballou getting his last warm-up tosses in, and he has been good so far. 6 strikeouts for Ballou through the first 3 innings. He had 7 strikeouts last time out against Kent. So far, 6 strikeouts through the first 10 batters against Cincinnati. It'll be 2, 3, 4 in the order with Manny Rodriguez leading it off. The Bearcats kept Rodriguez busy last half inning. 3 ground balls to short. Rodriguez committed an error, turned a double play, and then finished things off with a ground out, leading things off here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 pitch, chopped down to third, diving play, fire across the diamond, nice play over at third base by Cryer. Chase Cryer had to dive towards the third base bag, came up and fired a strike to retire Rodriguez for the first out of the inning. Another look at it here. It's a good play by Cryer. And then the throw was spot on. I'll bring A.J. Bumpus to the plate. Bumpus 0 for 1. He's one of the 6 strikeout victims of Ballou. The 1-0 pitch missed outside to Bumpus. Two 0 offering, big swing and a miss. One down here in the 4th inning. Bumpus watches that one miss down and away. A.J. Bumpus, a junior out of Rogemont, North Carolina. 248 hitter for his career. Gets underneath this one, pops it back foul straight over top of us here. Last year, Bumpus, a regular for the Bearcats, started 56 games, 7 home runs. He drove in 40 while hitting .287. 3-2 pitch misses up and in, and it's a leadoff walk. Second walk of the game for Ballou. Going to bring the cleanup hitter Connor McVeigh to the plate. Another look at that pitch from Ballou. Right up in the eyes. Bumpus kind of pulled that head away. First pitch fastball from Ballou missed in. Connor McVeigh, the senior out of Mason, Ohio. Swings here and rips the ball foul. McVeigh has been a regular pretty much since he stepped on campus at Cincinnati. He has played 183 games now for the Bearcats, and that ball hits him right on the arm. So we mentioned Ballou was cruising a bit through the first 3. We'll get another look at the pitch here. May have just clipped the jersey as it went by. So a walk and a hit batter, and 2 are aboard with 1 out. Jace Mercer, the hitter. Mercer 0 for 1. He popped up to short his last time up. Joe's bunt. Pitch misses out and away. Bearcats even with one out here. Maybe looking to play a little small ball. Mercer last season started 46 games for Cincinnati. Had 48 hits. He hit 273. Drove in 29 runs. Not showing bunt here, and the pitch misses up and in, and the count goes to 2-0. See Matt Deggs in the background there for the Bearcats in the dugout, sitting up on the high bench. And now Ballou will step off. And to give Gavin Johnson a chance. Another look into that Bearcat dugout there. Matt Deggs there on the right with the glasses. Sitting next to Shane Wedd. Matt Deggs in his 4th season with the Bearcats. A historical year last year, winning the Lubbock Regional, heading to the Super Regionals for the first time in program history. 2-0 offering on the way. That one is ripped, and it's hooking foul. Mercer got out in front of it and hooked it into the Bearcat bullpen. See A.J. Bumpus there at second. He reached on a walk. Two 2-1 pitch from Ballou, and that one is pop foul. That heads out of play. Scouts now even up 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's gone from 2-0 to 2-2. 2 runners aboard for the Bearcats. Best opportunity they've had to score so far in this one. Right now Mercer calls for time. Mercer last year, of his 48 hits, 11 of them were extra base hits. He had 8 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. Not a real big strikeout guy, 23 strikeouts and 176 at-bats. Was able to do a little damage when he got on the base paths, 10 for 12 in the stolen base category. Two-two offering on the way, ground ball, out to second. They'll flip to the bag for one. Frige's relay throw in time. And it's a double play for the Bearcats. And Ballou works out a bit of a jam. Great flip to the bag, and then the gun by Frige, because this was a slow roller. You see McKnight with the flip, and Frige with the fire across, just getting the runner at first. We'll go to the bottom half, still scoreless here on ESPN 3. Back here at Don Sanders Stadium, go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Still looking for our first run of this ball game. See if that double play that the Bearcats turned can get them fired up as you see Darren Sims striding to the plate, the Bearcat leadoff hitter. So it'll be second time through for the Cats against David Orndorff. Only blemish so far for Orndorff was an error that was quickly wiped off the base paths with a double play. Other than that, base paths have been quiet for the Bearcats. So the first pitch to Sims misses down and in. Sims 0 for 1 today, flew out his first time up. One 0 offering in for a strike. Sims has had a good start to his Bearcat career. 4 hits in his first 11 at-bats. Offers that one well out of the zone here. Scored a couple of runs. Has a stolen base to his credit as well. The junior out of Spring sends a fly ball towards the gap, coming on and making the grab on the run is Ramey. Oh, Ramey and Bumpus talked late, and it was Ramey who came in and made the play. Covered a lot of ground to get there. Boy, initially off the bat, I thought that might drop in for Sims. So one down now for Riley McKnight. McKnight looked to have the first hit of the game for the Bearcats his last time up. So he swings and misses here. He laid down a bunt, and Orndorff's throw to first on replay appeared to be well late. But McKnight was called out on the play. That came back in the first inning. Pitch misses inside. Little slow roller off the end of the bat. Fielded by Murphy. Tosses to Orndorff. And there's 2 down. So 2 quick outs. And Andrew Frege will be the hitter. Well, last weekend, Frege really sparked a big rally for the Bearcats in the Sunday game against Kent. Cats got down in that game 5-0. And then while trailing 5-2, Frege hit a 3-run bomb. Tied the game at 5. The Cats went on to win it 12-6. It was part of a stretch of 2 innings where the Bearcats scored 12 runs. Fastball misses outside here. The count goes to 2-0 to Frege. Junior out of Liberty. Takes a big swing and a miss. Orndorff pulled the string on it. Frege was way out in front of it. 2-1 pitch misses down and away. Frege in his 3 years at Sam Houston, 14 home runs. Inching a little closer to that all-time top 10 list. Jimmy Pitts with 20 home runs back from 1969 to 72. Said curveballs in for a strike and the count goes full. Frege just needs 1 triple to tie the school record. Sends a slow roller out to third. McVeigh's just going to have to stick it in his back pocket. Frege, one of, if not the fastest guy on the team. Got a little dink off the end of the bat, and that was no contest coming down the line at first. So it'll be an infield single, the first hit for either team tonight here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That'll bring Hunter Hearn to the plate. Frege off and running, slides at second. The throw is in time, and Frege is caught stealing to end the inning. So he had an infield single, but wiped off the base paths almost immediately, and that does it for the Cats here in the fourth. We go to the fifth scoreless here on the Bearkat Sports Network. Seth Ballou here, back out to work in the top half of the fifth inning for the Bearcats. Seth Ballou, through the first 3 innings of this game, had 6 strikeouts and allowed just 1 walk. In the fourth, a walk and a hit batter. Cincinnati allowed to threaten, but a big double play ball got the Bearcats out of it and kept this at a scoreless ball game. So Ballou back out to work for the Bearcats, and Cole Murphy will be the hitter. Murphy drew a walk his last time up. That was back in the second inning. It was a 2-out walk. He was left stranded. Second time facing Ballou. First pitch misses down and away. Mentioned Jason Blackburn calling the balls and strikes. Mark Anthony Edwards at first and Aaron Freeman over at third. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball sent into center field. Hearn coming in, a couple steps in. A few more in, makes the grab for the first out. Going to bring Eric Santiago to the plate. Santiago 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out swinging his first time up. That ended the second inning. Fly out to center. The third fly ball out of the game for Ballou. Santiago shows bunt. Pulls it back. But down to first. Ballou's only play is over to first for the first out. There's another bunt and the throw to first. We're not 100% sure why. A little bit of confusion here. Why Connor Murphy or Cole Murphy is on base. There was a fly out to center field. We thought he led off the inning with a fly out. Santiago laid down a bunt, and I glanced over and saw Murphy standing at first base. He's now over at third with 2 outs, but really have no explanation why. Evidently catcher's interference was called, so that would explain it. Catcher's interference was called on Gavin Johnson. So that's a bit of confusion here in the booth. Nobody knew why. Murphy was standing down at first base. He's over at third now with 2 outs. And a 1-0 swing and a miss for Mason Deanna, the number 9 hitter in the order. And now Deanna will walk over and have a chat with Kyle Sprague in his first year as an assistant coach with the Bearcats. So we'll kind of reset the inning for you for a moment here while we have a chance. Cole Murphy flew out to center field, but catcher's interference was called on Gavin Johnson. The next 2 hitters, Eric Santiago and Jordan Ramey, both sacrificed him over to third. So that's why Cole Murphy is standing down at third with 2 outs. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fly ball lifted into left field. Sims there underneath, makes the grab, and that does it. So a little confusion here. The Bearcats do get a runner over to third, but leave them stranded. So we'll go to the 5th scoreless here on ESPN3. Back here at Don Sanders Stadium, let's see if we can get a look at the catcher's interference call and see what put Murphy on. This will be a good look at it. And must have just been the slightest tick. But you saw the immediate call by Blackburn, Jason Blackburn, the home plate umpire. See if we can take one more look at it. A little slower, see if we can see any contact. He may have just been going off sound. Oh, must have just been the slightest. No harm done, though, as Murphy was left stranded. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Looking for our first run of the ball game still. Bearcats will be sending up 4, 5, 6 in the order. It'll be Hunter Hearn leading it off. First pitch to Hearn is in for a strike. Hearn 0 for 1. He flew out to right field his first time up. Orndorff has faced the minimum here in the 5th inning. Fly ball lifted out towards the gap out in left field. It's going to bounce up against the wall, and it goes over the head of Ramey. Hearn rounding third. He's thinking 3, slides, and he's in with a triple. And a fist pump from Hunter Hearn, and a good way to start the 5th for the Bearcats. Jordan Ramey probably can keep that one to a double, but it took a high hop off the turf. And you just wonder how often Cincinnati gets to see all turf fields. As it hits that warning track area, it's the same surface as everything else. And it took the high kick, bounced over Ramey's head, and it allowed Hunter Hearn to slide in safely for a leadoff triple. Now Hart ground ball to first. The throw's going to come home, and Hearn wiped off the base paths. So much for the leadoff triple. Hearn called out at the plate. So one down for Chase Cryer. Clayton Harp standing down at first. Really kind of a deflating play there for the Bearcats. The excitement of the triple and then the play at the plate. Takes him off the base paths, and now we've got a ground ball to short. They'll step on the bag for one, come across, double play. So even though a triple by the Bearcats, Orndorff has faced the minimum through 5. And we'll go to the 6th scoreless here on ESPN3. Well, we've played 5 innings of baseball here at Don Sanders Stadium in Huntsville, Texas. And we have yet to have a run scored in this one. So we'll go to the top of the 6th inning. Cincinnati will send the top of the order to the plate. Kyle Motice. He'll be followed by Manny Rodriguez and A.J. Bumpus. Motice 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and a ground out for Motice. First pitch from Ballou. Fly ball lifted into right field. Coming in on the run. Hart there to make the grab. So a quick out for Ballou. Will bring Manny Rodriguez to the plate. Last weekend against Kent State, Ballou went 6, struck out 7. First pitch to Manny Rodriguez, misses down and away. Rodriguez 0 for 2 tonight, a fly out and a ground out for him as that one misses down and away. Two-0 offering and a line drive into left, and that is the first hit of the game for Cincinnati. Manny Rodriguez aboard, and that hit will get some action headed down towards the Bearcat bullpen as Dakota Mills and Gabriel Sequeira make their way down there. So A.J. Bumpus stands in, 0 for 1 today, a strikeout and a walk. First pitch misses outside. Bearcat shifting over on the infield. Gavin Johnson will come out and have a chat as Matt Deggs makes his way out of the dugout. So everybody will come in for this conversation with Ballou. Ballou gave up his first hit of the game a batter ago. Ballou was cruising through 3, had 6 strikeouts through 3 innings, just 1 walk. Scuffled a bit in the 4th. So we'll get another look at the single here from Rodriguez. Ballou scuffled a bit in the 4th, walked a batter, hit a batter, but got an inning double play. A catcher's interference in the 5th, only base runner he allowed there, worked his way out of it. And then a 1-out single here in the 6th inning. So runner aboard. First pitch is in for a strike. So yeah, despite this being the first hit of the game for Cincinnati, it's the 3rd inning in a row that they've had runners on base. Pitch on the way, just missed outside. A little grumbling from the Bearcat faithful there behind home plate. I think they felt like that one deserved call there, didn't get it. And it's a 2-1 count. Fastball, that one missed inside, and the count goes to 3-1. I think that one Ballou wanted. Action heating up down in the bullpen for the Bearcats. 3-1 pitch in for a strike. I don't think A.J. Bumpus liked it. Kind of threw the head back, but the count's gone full. We'll see if on 3-2, Manny Rodriguez is off and running. He is. The throw goes to first. They'll throw down to second, and the tag is down, and Rodriguez is out. Ballou was anticipating it. Rodriguez was going on motion. Unfortunately for Rodriguez, the motion was to first base. Now a 3-2 pitch coming from Ballou and a chance to get out of the inning. And it's down. They check, say he didn't offer. It'll be a walk to A.J. Bumpus. So a 2-out walk will bring Connor McVeigh to the plate. First pitch to McVeigh, misses down and in. McVeigh 0 for 1 today. He struck out his first time up. Was hit by a pitch on a ball that just grazed the jersey going by. 1-0 pitch in for a strike. It'll even the count up. McVeigh on the year. 2 hits in 13 at-bats. One of those 2 hits is a double. His fastball misses down and away. Count goes to 2-1. Offer incoming. Fastball missed high, and the count goes to 3-1. Command starting to drift a bit here for Ballou. Now a throw over to first. Ballou now at 75 pitches for the game. So that ball is fouled out of play. So the pitch count starting to get up there. Matt Deggs maybe looking to see if he can work himself out of the 6th inning here before turning it over to the bullpen. 6 innings of work would match his outing last weekend against Kent State, as Connor McVeigh asks for time and gets it. Another throw over to first. So A.J. Bumpus easily back to the bag. Last weekend, this Cincinnati team 3 for 4 in stolen base attempts. There's a slow roller over to third. The throw across the diamond is there. Nice play by Chase Cryer, and that'll do it for the Bearcats here in the 6th inning. We'll go to the bottom half, still scoreless. This is NCAA baseball on ESPN3. Back here at Don Sanders Stadium, 20th ranked Sam Houston State Bearcats. A bit of a dogfight here with the Bearcats of Cincinnati. Both starting pitchers have been up to the task. Seth Ballou, 6 innings of 1-hit ball for Sam Houston. David Orndorff has been just as good. He has faced the minimum through 5, allowing 2 hits and working around a leadoff triple last inning. As Blake Chisholm will lead it off for the Cats, and a line drive into center. So the second straight inning, Sam Houston has gotten the leadoff runner aboard. Last inning, it was a leadoff triple by Hunter Hearn, who then was thrown out at the plate trying to score on a ground ball to first. Now Blake Chisholm leads off with a single, and we'll see how the Bearcats decide to play it with Cross Austin. See if Austin is showing bunt. Saw some pop in that bat last week against Kent as Cross Austin wrapped a double off the wall. You know, he's got some pop in the bat. The way Matt Deggs has liked to play this, though, he will bunt, put pressure on the defense, move runners over. Cincinnati anticipating McVeigh creeping in at third. Cross Austin not showing bunt here. First pitch fastball misses down and away. Things have quieted a bit down in that Sam Houston bullpen. 1-0 pitch for Orndorff. Oh, pulled the string on Austin. He was way out in front of it. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Blake Chisholm over at first for the Bearcats. They're going to throw that way as he's back to the bag easily. Cincinnati Bearcats out of the American. First ever meeting between these two Bearcat clubs. One offering, fly ball, lifted into center field. Ramey on the run, and he'll settle underneath it and makes the grab. But he had to go a long way to get it. Austin got a pitch that he liked. He just got underneath it. Bring us to Gavin Johnson, the number 9 hitter in the order for the Bearcats. Johnson 0 for 1. He grounded out to short his first time up. Swinging, and he fouls it out of play. Sam Houston Bearcats off to a 3-1 start to start the year. They took 2 of 3 against Kent last weekend and won the opener of this series earlier today. Fly ball lifted into right field, and in to make the grab is Bumpus, and there's 2 down. Bumpus initially broke back on that ball, had to scramble in a bit to get there. So at 2 down, it'll take us back around to the top of the order. Darian Sims will stand in. Sims is 0 for 2. This one is chopped foul. Sims' first time up back in the first inning. He popped up in foul territory to Connor McVeigh. He was retired in the 4th. Fly out to center. This is the first time the Bearcats have managed to send 4 batters to the plate in any one half inning. Orndorff had faced the minimum through 5. So that pitch misses down and in. He's had the benefit of a couple of double play balls and a caught stealing to end the 4th. Bearcats a leadoff single. Blake Chisholm over at first, but 2 outs in the frame. Sims shows bunt, lays it down. He's going to force Orndorff to make a play, and he can't. Sims laid down the unorthodox 2-out bunt. Orndorff tried to barehand it and just couldn't get a grip on it. Of course, with the speed of Darian Sims, we'll get another look at it here. See Sims bunt. Orndorff had to be the one to make a play. It was a great bunt, and he reached down with that bare hand, and it just bobbled it. And at that point, he made the smart decision to just stick it in his back pocket. And the Cats are going to make a change now with a runner in scoring position. Chisholm will leave the game. And the Bearcats will send Jackson Grisham out to run for him. So Cats get a little bit of speed out there. They'll have to change some things up defensively as Chisholm's your first baseman. Riley McKnight stands in for the Cats. First pitch fastball missed outside. Throw back to second. Grisham goes scrambling back. Orndorff just making sure he's on his toes. Just checked into the ball game. One 1-0 pitch in for a strike. Looks to be on the inside part. Orndorff gets the call, and it evens the count up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cats trying to do a little damage here with 2 outs. Couple of hits here in the inning. Swing and a miss from McKnight. Orndorff trying to work his way out of this jam. Runs at a premium in this one. You haven't had one yet in the game. Cats threatening here, bottom of the sixth, 2 outs, however. Now Orndorff will take a look back at second and step off. Jackson Grisham with some speed out there at second. You figure anything out of the infield, Grisham will have a chance to score. McKnight chased it. They'll throw down, and he is retired in a strikeout for Orndorff. And that will do it for Sam Houston here in the bottom of the sixth inning. We head to the latter third of this game, still looking for our first run. This is NCAA baseball here on ESPN3. Seth Ballou back out to work the seventh for the Bearcats. Ballou through the first 6 has allowed a hit, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And he's thrown 81 pitches in this game. It'll be 5, 6, 7 in the Cincinnati order. First pitch for Ballou is in for a strike. Jace Mercer leading it off, 0 for 2 today. A fly out and a ground out for Mercer. Fouls it straight back off the screen. Quickly, Ballou out in front, 0-2. Action continuing down in that Bearcat bullpen. Saw Dakota Mills and Gabe Sequeira out throwing earlier. So 0-2 pitch from Ballou. Curveball just missed outside. One-two pitch missed high up in the eyes. Mercer leaving it up. Mercer will be followed by Cole Murphy and then Eric Santiago. Two-two pitch on the way. Fly ball lifted into center field, coming in and making the grab. Hunter Hearn. Ball just hung up long enough for Hearn. By the way, defensively for the Bearcats, Jackson Grisham stayed in and will play first after coming on as a pinch runner for Chisholm. Just shows the versatility of Chisholm, a guy who can be a pinch, or Grisham. So that ball is lifted towards the gap, heading out towards the wall, and it's going to bounce off the wall. Hunter Hearn quickly over and will fire it back in, and it is a double for Mercer. Probably the hardest hit ball we've seen tonight off of Ballou. Jay Sirianni, the pitching coach, is out of the dugout, and I think that is going to be the night for Seth Ballou. So he worked into the 7th here. But Ballou's night is done, and he's going to turn this one over to the bullpen. Second straight weekend, Ballou won't factor into the decision. So it'll be Dakota Mills coming out of the Bearcat bullpen. So Dakota Mills will come out to work for the Bearcats. We'll get you some numbers on Dakota Mills. He is making his first appearance of the season. The senior out of Meadows Place. Dakota Mills, last season as a junior, he made 22 appearances for the Bearcats. Worked 71 1/3 innings, allowed 79 hits, 41 runs, 36 of those were earned. The thing about Dakota Mills, he didn't walk a lot of guys. Just 8 walks in those 71 innings of work, and he struck out 56. That is a great strikeout to walk ratio. And somebody the Bearcats expect to come in and get out. So that's what he did a lot last year. Mills last season, a guy who was very versatile. He worked as a starter. He came out of the bullpen when needed. He made 1 appearance in the Super Regional against Florida State. Got touched up a bit there. Had a 1/3 of an inning of work against Texas Tech in the clincher for the Bearcats. Had 3 appearances in that regional in Lubbock, including a start against Texas Tech in the Sunday game against the Red Raiders. It was a game the Bearcats won to force that Game 7 if they were able to win and send themselves to the Super Regional. So Mills done with his warm-up tosses. Cincinnati will send a pinch hitter to the plate, DeAndre Bremner. First pitch to Bremner is in for a strike. So Bremner hitting for Cole Murphy. Oh, 1 offering on the way and a big swing and a miss. Bremner does not have an at-bat this season. Oh, 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and away. The count is 1-2 to Bremner. Offering on the way, and that one is in for a strike. Mills painted the corner, and there's 2 down in the inning. We'll see who Cincinnati is going to send to the plate. Looks like it'll be another pinch hitter, this time for the designated hitter, Santiago. And it looks like it'll be Treg Habercorn. And it is Habercorn. Treg Habercorn, a senior, 6'3", 194 pounds. It's out of Leo, Indiana. 2 down in the inning. Mills trying to work around an inherited runner at second. First pitch fastball in for a strike. Jace Mercer. Check that, Cole Murphy. Down at second base with a double. Oh, 2 pitch, swing and a miss. Mills comes in and gets the strikeout. And the Cincinnati Bearcats will leave a runner stranded. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning, still scoreless here on ESPN3. We've got us a pitcher's duel going here at Don Sanders Stadium. As you see Orndorff there getting his warm-up tosses in. The Cincinnati starter has gone 6, allowed 4 hits and no runs. Back out to work here in the 7th. Seth Ballou worked into the 7th for the Bearcats. Dakota Mills just worked around a jam, but Ballou allowed 2 hits through 6 1/3. So that's where we are here, bottom of the 7th inning in a scoreless ball game. Earlier today, these two teams played to a 5-3 contest, with the Bearcats winning it. Riley Gossett made his first start of the year, got the win, went 6 1/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, struck out 5. Nick Mikolajczyk came on and get the save. A 2-out save for Mikolajczyk. That was big for him after Mikolajczyk had allowed a grand slam last weekend against Kent in the 9th with 2 outs. So good to see Mikolajczyk come in, get the save in game number 1 of this doubleheader as Andrew Frege leads it off for the Bearcats. And the first pitch curveball misses in. Frege swings and rips that one foul. So count's even up, 1 ball, 1 strike to Frege. Sends a fly ball, hooking and foul into the Bearcat dugout, or bullpen rather. So the count's 1-2 on Frege. Another curveball. This time he goes the other way with it. Sends a fly ball into right field. Going back, reaching up and making the grab at the wall. Bumpus had to go a long way to get it. And he robbed extra bases from Andrew Frege. So that'll bring Hunter Hearn to the plate. Oh, what a big play there by Bumpus for the first out of the inning. First pitch to Hunter Hearn is in for a strike. Big swing and a miss by Hearn, and he's down in the count 0-2. Hearn today is 1 for 2. Pops up, foul, straight back. Right over our head. Last time up, which, depending on how this game shakes out, could be a big moment in this ball game. Hunter Hearn tripled deep in the gap. It's a leadoff triple. But on the next batter, a ground ball to first, Hearn tried to score from third and was thrown out at the plate. He's down swinging here. That was the Bearcats' best chance to score. That came back in the 5th inning. So with 2 down, Clayton Harp will be the hitter. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch misses outside to Harp. Harp sends a ground ball in for a base hit, so a 2-out single for Clayton Harp. And bring Chase Cryer to the plate. Cryer today 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. Both of them have been to shortstop. Fastball misses down and away, and the throw down to first. And Clayton Harp gets back to the bag as the ball skips away from Cole Murphy. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Scoreless still. Pitch misses out and away, and the count goes to 2-0 to Cryer. Chase Cryer, a newcomer to the Bearcats this year. Junior out of Belton, came from Temple College. Fastball down and away, and the count goes to 3-0. There is a little bit of action down in the bullpen of the Cincinnati Bearcats. David Orndorff, the starting pitcher, has been good tonight. That one misses down and away, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Chase Cryer. So the Cats have 2 runners aboard for the first time tonight. Check that, second time tonight they've had 2 runners aboard. Did it back in the 6th, so back-to-back innings now. They've had 2 runners aboard, and a little quick conversation out of the hill, and now time will be asked for. And we'll get a full mound visit. No indication yet whether Bearcats are going to go to the pen. They may be looking to see just how Orndorff's doing and if it's something he feels like he can get out of. He's shaking his head yes right now to whatever question's being asked of him. Bearcats are going to send Jackson Grisham to the plate, who came on as a pinch runner. This would have been Blake Chisholm's spot. Bearcats opted for some speed on the base paths. Jason Blackburn, the home plate umpire, out to break things up. Now Grisham get his 7th at-bat of the year. Grisham 2 for 6 on the season. He came on as a pinch hitter in the first game of the day today. First pitch swinging, chops it foul. Bearcats have Clayton Harp down at second. Chase Cryer standing at first. Trying to see if they can put something together here with 2 outs. Big swing and a miss for Grisham, and he's down in the count 0-2. David Orndorff trying to go 7 scoreless here. On a Friday night at the Dawn. Cats threatening with 2 runners aboard, but an 0-2 2-out pitch coming. Offering on the way, line drive, it's gonna get through. Harp will round third. The throw will not come to the plate. And the Bearcats have finally put a run on the board. It's taken us 7 innings, but the Cats lead it 1-0. A big 2-out 0-2 pitch from Jackson Grisham. Cole Murphy gave it a dive over at first and couldn't come up with it, and that will be the end of the night for David Orndorff. He has pitched a beauty tonight, but you look at the hit here, and it was right in the wheelhouse of Grisham, and Murphy couldn't come up with it. Clayton Harp rounding third. He scored with no throw to the plate. Boy, if you're Cincinnati, you couldn't have asked for a better outing from Orndorff. He's getting a nice ovation from both sets of fans as he comes off the mound here. But the first blemish of the night for him gives the Bearcats a 1-0 lead. And so Cincinnati will turn to the bullpen, and they're going to ask A.J. Coleman to get out of this. Coleman, a 6'8", 226-pound junior. He is out of Powell, Ohio. Coleman this year does have 1 appearance under his belt. He went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs. 1 of those were earned, and 2 strikeouts. Has given up a lot of hits. 5 hits in just 2 2/3. Opponents hitting .455 against him. There you see it, the big 6'8" righty out on the hill for the Bearcats. Last year for Cincinnati, Coleman made 21 appearances, had a 5-7 record. Of those 21 appearances, 17 came out of the bullpen where he notched 2 saves. 37 strikeouts in 60 innings of work. Did walk 22 batters, and opponents hit .241 against him a year ago. The junior in his 3rd season with the Bearcats has a .430 career ERA and a 9-10 record. His best outing as a Cincinnati Bearcat came last season. He went 8 2/3 against Central Florida. Bearcats are going to send a pinch hitter to the plate. Jack Rogers will be in to face Coleman. So the throw from Bumpus came into third, so Chase Cryer had to hold up at second, so the Bearcats have runners at first and second. They're going to look back that way, and the throw is not in time. Cryer had to go scrambling back to the bag. So Jack Rogers will stand in for the Bearcats. Rogers 2 hits and 5 at-bats this season. Does have a home run and opposite field shot. That came on Sunday against Kent. It was part of a 7-run inning for the Bearcats. That pitch misses outside and the count goes to 2-0. Rogers said he really wasn't looking for anything to drive when he was talking to reporters after the game. Said he just got a good bat on the ball and went the opposite way with it and was able to lift it out of the yard. Sends a chopper to second here, and the throw across will retire Rogers. And the Cats will leave 2 stranded, but they do put the first run of the game on the board. And we will go to the 8th inning. Sam Houston leads it 1-0 here on ESPN 3. Welcome back to Don Sanders Stadium. We go to the 8th inning. And we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Bearcats. Game 3 of this series will be played tomorrow. Weather expected to be coming into the area later in the day, so they're going to get that one started at noon. So game 3 of the series will be at noon, meaning these two teams will have played 3 times in a 24-hour span. Then Wright State comes to town Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. That Tuesday game, we'll have it for you here on ESPN 3. And then on the weekend, the Bearcats head down to Minute Maid Park for the College Classic, facing 3 SEC opponents: Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Mississippi State. All of those games down at Minute Maid Park. So hope to see you down in Houston. That's always a fun event. Bearcats, this will be their 2nd time taking part in the College Classic. They made some noise a few years ago down there, knocking off TCU, Texas Tech, before falling to Texas, the final game of the weekend. Leading 1-0 here, Dakota Mills back out for the Bearcats. And first pitch fastball in for a strike. Mason Deanna leads it off. And it's back around to the top of the order. This is what you're going to see from Dakota Mills. He's not going to waste a lot of time up there. He is out on the hill ready to go. He's just waiting on Deanna to step back into the box. 1-1 pitch from Mills. Pop back foul out of play behind us. See Mason Deanna there. Swings and fouls it off. Down to the count 1-2. Dakota Mills, the senior for the Bearcats, has made some big starts in his career. He's won some big games for the Bearcats. It's a swing and a miss here. And Jordan Cannon, who just checked into the ball game for the Bearcats at catcher, will fire down and retire him. Cats also had another change at first base. Ben Hafner over to play first for the Bearcats. So you've got Hafner now at first and Cannon catching. First pitch for Mills, in for a strike. Offering from Mills, missed down and in. I think Dakota wanted the call. He's back up on the hill and ready to go. 1-1 pitch from Dakota Mills. Fastball misses out and away. Two-one offering and a swing and a miss. The count's even up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just got a piece of that one there to stay alive. Another foul ball hanging in there. Mention the defensive changes. Trey Ochoa in the game at shortstop for the Bearcats, and Andrew Frege moves over to third. That looked like a pretty good pitch there. Didn't get the call, and the count's full. Mo Tice 0 for 3 today. Pops this one up and fielded by Dakota Mills, and he spins and will flip the ball away to the infield for the second out. Nice little over-the-shoulder grab for Dakota Mills. Gets a little bit of a smile from Andrew Frege. So 2 outs, and Rodriguez will be the hitter. Get another look at the play by Mills. Just a soft little pop-up, but Mills had to be the one to take it. Little basket catch over the shoulder. It's the first pitch to Rodriguez. Misses for a ball. Pitch misses down and away. Count goes to 2-0 to Manny Rodriguez. Rodriguez 1 for 3 today. Singled his last time up. 2-0 pitch is in for a strike. Rodriguez, the senior out of Brooklyn. Sends a fly ball into right. Harp underneath it, makes the grab, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Dakota Mills here in the 8th. We will go to the bottom half of the frame. Bearcats clinging to a 1-run lead over Cincinnati here on ESPN3. Back here at Don Sanders Stadium, Jason Barfield here with you as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Coleman getting his final warm-up tosses in. Bearcats leading this one 1-0. They were able to scratch out a run against David Orndorff, the starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Bearcats. Orndorff was good. Just couldn't get the Cats out in the 7th, and they were able to get the go-ahead run as Jordan Cannon will lead it off. Cannon came on as a defensive replacement last half inning, getting his first at-bat of the game. First pitch swinging, ground ball down to third. Fire across the diamond, and there is the first out of the inning. That'll take us back around to the top of the order, and I think the Bearcats will have a pinch hitter. They're going to look over there, and they will indeed send a pinch hitter to the plate. It'll be Jacob Finke, junior out of Pearland. Comes to the Bearcats from Angelina Junior College. Launches the first pitch, miss outside for a ball. A swing and a miss. Evens count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Just 2 at-bats on the season for Finke. He's 0 for 2 so far in his Bearcat career. Both times he was used as a pinch hitter. That curveball is in for a strike. One-two offering, swing and a miss. 2 quick outs here in the bottom half of the 8th inning for Coleman. That'll bring Riley McKnight to the plate. McKnight 0 for 3 today. McKnight struck out swinging his last time up. First pitch fastball in for a strike. A.J. Coleman in relief. So there's a chopper down to third, slow roller, throw across, and just keeping the foot on the bag is Murphy. And that does it for the Bearcats. So a 1-2-3 inning here for A.J. Coleman. And we will go to the 9th inning. Bearcats on top, 1-0. This is NCAA baseball here on ESPN3. So we go to the 9th inning, and maybe a bit of a surprise here, but the Bearcats are going to go to Nick Mikulacek to try to close this one out. Mikulacek is the Bearcat closer, but he already worked 2 innings today. He went 2 innings in relief in game 1 of this doubleheader. Allowed a walk and a strikeout, got his first save of the year. He's going to be asked to go 1 more inning here today and see if he can lock down this 1-0 lead for the Bearcats. I'm sure that conversation was rather quick with Mikulacek. I doubt he even second guessed himself on whether or not he would be able to come in and give an inning of work. Mikulacek, a guy who really came on strong last year, second half of the year for the Bearcats. Of course, he was the pitcher who was on the hill on Monday afternoon in Lubbock, getting the strikeout to send the Bearcats to the Super Regional against Florida State. A freshman All-American, 13 saves a year ago. Had a rough outing on Friday night a week ago. So the Bearcats looked like they were cruising to a win against Kent State in the opener. But a grand slam allowed by Mikulacek, and the Bearcats dropped the opening game Friday night. Got the save earlier today, back out here in the 9th. And it'll be 3-4-5 in the order for Cincinnati. First batter is A.J. Bumpus, and the first pitch is in for a strike. Bumpus fouls this one out of play. And Mikulacek is ahead in the count 0-2. Taking the long look in. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and in. One-two pitch from Mikulacek, and it's off the end of the bat. It drops in for a base hit. So a leadoff single for A.J. Bumpus. And Cincinnati has something working here in the 9th inning. Bearcats do have action down in the bullpen. Just in case they need to go down there. They don't want to have to. They'd like to see their sophomore closer nail this one down. First pitch in for a strike. 0-3-1 for Cincinnati. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error. 1-6-1 for the Bearcats. Mikulacek hoping nothing changes on those line scores. Cats winners earlier today, 5-3. Trying to make it a doubleheader sweep here on a Friday night. Fastball misses outside. So the count's even up, 1 ball, 1 strike to Connor McVeigh. He's 0 for 2 today. Pops up a fly ball high into left field. And the first out is made. There's 1 down here in the inning. So with 1 down, Jace Mercer will be the hitter. Mercer 0 for 3 today. Couple of flyouts sandwiched around a ground out. Shows bunt, pops it up foul. Bearcats kind of shifting over a bit defensively here on Mercer. Riley Maynard at second, playing well over towards first base. Shortstop shifting over towards the second base bag. Swing and a miss from Mercer. Little half-hearted swing, and he's down in the count 0-2. One run of this ball game came in the 7th inning. We had gone 6.5 without a run. We were 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th on an 0-2 pitch. Jackson Grisham drove home Clayton Harp, and that's where we stand. Cats trying to just grind out a win here. Pitch on the way, up and in. They're going to throw it down to first. And diving back is Bumpus. Counts 1-2 on Mercer. 1 down here in the inning. Pitch from Mikolajczyk. Fly ball lifted towards right field. It is hooking towards the bullpen and out of play. So Jace Mercer will stand back in. Got underneath that one. Pops that one foul out of play. Continuing to fight off pitches from Mikolajczyk. Cole Murphy waits on deck. Three hits in the game for Cincinnati. 1-2 pitch, fastball up and away. Cannon was looking for something up and away, trying to see if they could get Mercer to chase. He didn't, and the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cats trying to take the series for the second straight weekend as there's a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Mikolajczyk. And there's 2 down in the inning. Mikolajczyk trying to finish this off for his second save of the day. Trying to make Dakota Mills a winner out of the bullpen. Jace Mercer. Check that. Cole Murphy. First pitch is in for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch, fastball misses outside. Murphy today is 1 for 1. He's reached every time. He had a walk, had that catcher's interference back in the 5th that pretty much everybody in the ballpark missed. Then he doubled his last time up. So that is fouled off the back of the screen, and the Cats are shifting way around on Murphy. Andrew Frege, the third baseman, playing over in the shortstop position. Riley McKnight's playing in shallow right. Bearcat fans are on their feet. If Murphy wanted to lay down a bunt to third, he could. With 2 strikes, it's not happening. He does a little half swing, though. Frege's got to go a long way, and he just has to barehand it. So a little poke job there by Cole Murphy over to the left side of the infield. And because the Bearcats were shifted so far over, Frege could do nothing but hold on to it. So it'll be an infield single, second hit of the inning. And the tying run for Cincinnati is down at second base. Matt Deggs out of the dugout. He gave a look down to the bullpen, and we'll see if this might be enough. They have seen enough from Mikolajczyk. Probably were hoping he could make a little shorter work of it. It looked like he made the point. I guess he hadn't made the point down there yet. Having a conversation with everybody on the infield. Mentioned Mikolajczyk did go 2 innings earlier today. He's shaking his head saying he's fine. I think he even said, I can go. He's trying to convince Matt Deggs of it. So Matt Deggs satisfied with what he heard from his closer. Going to stick with it. So Joey Weimer will be the hitter. First pitch from Mikolajczyk, and it gets away from Cannon. And now that brings the tying run 90 feet away. Ball hit the glove of Cannon. I think that's going to be a pass ball. I don't know if they were crossed up, but Cannon couldn't corral it in. So everybody moves up 90 feet. So runners at second and third and 2 outs, and a little drama here in the 9th. Pitch from Mikolajczyk, fastball in for a strike. Mikolajczyk looking for 2 saves on the day. His first 2 of the season. 1-1 pitch coming. Misses down and away. If Weimer can reach, Treg Haberkorn waits on deck. First base is empty. Mikolajczyk not usually the type to work around a hitter, though. 2-1 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Challenged him with the fastball. And Weimer couldn't catch up, and the count's even. And once again, the Bearkat fans will come to their feet. Mikolajczyk taking the look in. 2-2 offering coming. Fouled back off the screen. So the count will remain even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A.J. Bumpus represents the tying run, standing down at third. Potential go-ahead run is Cole Murphy. He's down at second. 2-2 offering from Mikolajczyk. Fastball misses out and away. Weimer able to hold off on it, and the count's now full. Three-two pitch from Mikolajczyk. Line drive, it's going to get in for a base hit. Bumpus will score. Murphy will come around to score. And with 2 strikes and 2 outs here in the 9th, Cincinnati has taken the lead. The Bearcats appeal to third. Jason Blackburn gives the palms down. And Joey Weimer has driven in 2. And Mikolajczyk has blown the save here in the 9th. Cincinnati leads it 2-1. Going to bring Treg Haberkorn to the plate. Haberkorn came on as a pinch hitter and he struck out. Pitch in for a strike. Mikolajczyk, a guy who was pretty automatic in the ninth for the Bearcats last year, has blown his second save of the season already. So there's a swing and a miss. Mikolajczyk ahead in the count 1-2. We were talking about it earlier, how big it was for him to come out and get that 2-inning save earlier today. Matt Deggs saw no problem going back with him here. And this is a pop-up back behind second and coming in, and the Cats make the grab. As Hunter Hearn came charging in on it. So now the Cats find themselves trailing for the first time tonight. 2 in the ninth for Cincinnati. We go to the bottom half. Cats need at least one to stay alive here on ESPN3. Back here at Don Sanders Stadium, we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Bearcats trailing at 2-1. You see what's coming up for Cincinnati. These two teams will hook up again tomorrow at noon. And then Cincinnati stays out on the road as they will play 4 at Tennessee Martin. March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th with a doubleheader there on March 3rd. Of course, Cincinnati was on the road to start the season here in Huntsville this weekend, and then no midweek games for them as they head down to Tennessee Martin next weekend. The Bearcats having a rally here in the ninth. You got the part of the order you want up to do it. It'll be 3, 4, 5. Frigier, Hearn, and Harp. Of course, Frigier and Hearn, either one of these two guys, one pitch, can square up this ball game. Frigier 1 for 3 today. He was robbed of extra base hits his last time up. As A.J. Bumpus chased one down at the wall. First pitch was a strike to Frigier. Frigier with a big dramatic home run on Sunday. A 3-run shot that tied the game at 5 in the 5th. Trying to get something started for the Bearcats here in the ninth. Fastball missed out and away. The count's 2-1 to Frigier. His one hit today was a infield single. Pitch misses down and away. A.J. Coleman came out of the bullpen for David Orndorff. Coleman a chance to win it in relief. 3-1 pitch on the way. Line drive, diving play it short by Rodriguez. Fires across the diamond, and it's in time to retire Frigier. What a play by Rodriguez at short. Second time today, Frigier's been robbed, and that's a big one because it keeps the leadoff hitter off the base paths to start the ninth. Hunter Hearn will stand in. First pitch to Hearn, in for a strike. Ground ball, that will get through for a base hit for Hunter Hearn. Second hard hit ball of the inning for the Cats. This one finds a little real estate. So the Cats have a runner aboard here in the ninth. Clayton Harp will stand in. Harp singled his last time up. Harp came around to score. First run of the ball game, it gave the Bearcats a 1-0 lead. First pitch to Harp. In there for a strike. Hearn goes diving back to the bag at first. Clayton Harp, 3 hits on the season in 14 at-bats. Does have a double. He's driven in one this year. That one misses down. Count goes to 2-1 to Harp. Trey Ochoa waiting on deck for the Bearcats. Hart offers at this one, fouls it out of play. Counts 1-2 on Clayton Harp. Hunter Hearn over at first for the Bearcats. Cincinnati leading it 2-1. Hart, line drive over the head of Mercer. It's going to roll into right. Hearn rounds, and he will stop at third. Hart slides in safely. The ball got all the way through the infield. But it's a one-out double for Clayton Harp. And the Cats are in business here in the ninth. So everybody will gather at the mound for Cincinnati. The Bearcats, the Cincinnati Bearcats put 2 on the board in the top half of the inning. The Cats are threatening here in the bottom half. As Scott Guggens, the head coach in his first season with Cincinnati, makes his way out to the mound. Guggens spent 12 years at Xavier before taking the job this year at Cincinnati. While this is the first meeting between these two teams, not the first time Guggens has seen the Bearcats. Xavier squad, Sam Houston faced off against each other back in the Rice Regional. So Trey Ochoa will stand in, and Cincinnati's going to put him on base. They will elect to intentionally walk Trey Ochoa. And that'll load the bases for Sam Houston. That runner really doesn't matter. The 2 runners that matter are Hunter Hearn at third and Clayton Harp at second. So they're going to set up for the force. And I'll put it into the hands of Ben Hafner. So the bases are loaded, and Ben Hafner will be the hitter for the Bearcats. Hafner came on as a defensive replacement. The 6', 195-pound senior. He's out of Lancaster, New York, transferred to the Cats from Buffalo. He's got a chance to deliver a big one for his new teammates. First pitch to Hafner, misses outside. Ben Hafner, a 286 on the young season, 2 hits and 7 at-bats. Does have a double, does have a run driven in. That pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Of course, that's the danger you get into when loading the bases up. A walk now would potentially tie the game, or a walk would tie the game. 2-0 offering to Hafner, swing, and he fouls it out of play. Cincinnati with 2 runs in the top half of this inning to take a 2-1 lead. Bearcats trying to respond. Hafner goes the other way. It'll drop in for a hit. Hearn scores. Harp will come in to score. And the Bearcats have walked it off to sweep the doubleheader from Cincinnati. Hafner is dogpiled by his teammates. Welcome to Sam Houston, Ben Hafner. The senior from Buffalo, the only non-Texan on the roster, has walked it off for the Cats here in the bottom of the 9th. Another look at it. Takes what is given to him, goes the other way, and drops it in for a hit. Harp scores the game winner, and the celebration was on as the Bearcats dramatically close out this game and take the doubleheader, and they'll go for the series sweep tomorrow. A 3-2 victory for the 20th ranked Sam Houston State Bearcats. I want to thank you for watching tonight. I'm Jason Barfield saying so long from Don Sanders Stadium. Final score tonight, Bearcats 3, Cincinnati 2. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.